Right. This is the last part of my analysis, which is gymnastics analysis. So I'll cover all the things that we've covered in this PowerPoint. The first part is planes and axis. So first of all, we are going to look at this, which is a cartwheel. So a cartwheel, we are using the sagittal plane. So we're going alongside the sagittal plane that splits our body into a left and right side. Um, and in this plane, it is connected to the anterior posterior axis, which we are traveling around. Now we're going to move on to center of mass, as I said, really quickly in a gymnastics event. So going from this vault, we're going to look how we're going to manipulate the center of mass for our advantage. So obviously she's got her arms up a bit, so it's going to be slightly towards her head end. Um, and then as we move on, when we leave the floor, we know that our center of mass is to stay the same. So she is leaning over slightly, which will bring her center of mass forward a little bit. And now it will just stay the same, as you can see, throughout the time she is in the air. Now, as we land, she has her hands up, which brings the center of mass slightly up, as she is in an upright position, moving more of her weight towards the top of her body, more towards the superior end. Now, we've got our gymnastics analysis of stability of center of mass. So here we are in almost a squatting position. She has her legs stuck out. So there are three things here that are going to keep her stable, which will keep her center of mass over her base of support. So the first thing she's doing is staying low, which will bring her center of mass down over the top of her base of support. She's also balancing out with her leg and arms. So when her leg goes out, she uses both of her arms to then balance out the weight of the leg. Thirdly, she is staying upright so that she's not leaning towards one side, moving her body weight and ultimately her center of mass onto another side. Now, we have got a handstand on some beam. So on this beam, we can see that she is pushing her legs out to almost manipulate her center of mass throughout the movement so that she does not fall over and lose stability. Now, we're going to look at levers for our last thing. So the first class lever, as we discussed, at this point, we also want a handstand on a beam. So the fulcrum is the wrists, the effort, which is the muscles she uses, are the triceps and the shoulder muscles. So this will be the anterior deltoid predominantly. And the load is her body weight, which she's carrying. So now moving on to the second class really quickly, we're doing a pike push-up. The fulcrum is the toes in this scenario. The effort is the triceps, and the load is the body weight, predominantly the upper body. So a third class, we're doing a chin-up on the rings for our gymnastics. The fulcrum is the elbow joint, the effort is the biceps, and the load, once again, is the body weight. There's a lot of body weight things in gymnastics. So that sums up my PowerPoint today. And here is my bibliography. Thank you for listening.